All right. So we saved a ton of money by doing stuff ourselves, right? People always talk about that, how much cheaper it is to DIY stuff. But I wanted to get into like a few of the specifics where we were able to save a bunch of money on this house. The first one is subway tile. Those tiles are like 15 cents a piece, which made it where instead of just doing the normal 26-inch tall backsplash, we were able to go all the way to the ceiling, do the whole insert above the sink with the window, all the way up. Same in the hallway bathroom. It's all subway tile. We did the whole shower insert and then all the way across behind the vanity. And it was really cheap, like 10% the cost of what we did in the master bathroom. Also, the flagstone that's right here around this fire pit, we got it on Facebook Marketplace. A lot of those normal places will sell the stone that's not quite good enough for them to put on their showroom floor. They'll sell it on Craigslist or Facebook or whatever. And that's what we did out here. They're not perfect, but who cares? It's paving stones in gravel around a fire pit. Not a big deal, not perfect, saved a ton of money. Slab doors. So slab doors means that it does not come with any hardware. It doesn't come with the jamb, which is, the part that the door swings in and out of. It doesn't come with any of that. The downside to slab doors is that you have to cut the hole for the knob and you have to mortise the place for the hinges. That's where you cut in the little places for the hinges. You have to do all that yourself. But $100 worth of tools makes that super easy. Just buy yourself a trim router, just Google it. It comes with, or you can buy separate, the little guides that'll make it where cutting hinges is dummy proof. Cutting the hole for where the knob is dummy proof. For like $10 a piece, they sell that stuff online or at your hardware store. It's not that big a deal. And buying pre-hung doors, you have to replace the whole jamb, right? It comes in a jamb, which means you have to take the trim off of both sides of the door, and then you have to square it up and get it all put right into place. So that requires you to do a bunch of stuff, right? It's not like cutting those holes in a slab door is really any more work than hanging a pre-hung door. And it is cheaper. It's like, $40 to $80 for interior doors. Pretty cheap. Install your sink yourself. It's not that hard. Now, in Texas, you do not have to be a plumber to install a sink yourself. I don't know about other states, so obviously, if it's illegal, don't do it. I can't imagine that it would be illegal, but Google it for whatever state you're in. Installing a sink, really easy. All right. This is not a DIY channel. I'm not a plumber. I'm not going to get into all the specifics of how to do it, but it costs like $10 to $15 worth of parts, and it'll take you 10 minutes. It's not worth paying a plumber for. Keep the bathtub. We replaced almost everything in this whole house, but we chose to keep the bathtub. It's 1972, it's cast iron, it's huge, it's hard to move. Really, the reason I kept it wasn't because it looked great, it was because it was going to be a huge pain to get it out of the house. For $200, you can hire some company to come in and resurface it and it'll look brand new. Or for $50, you can do it yourself. It's going to look great for about 5 years if you take care of it, and then after that you're going to have to do something again, because resurface really just a fancy word for paint. And yeah, it's fancy paint, but eventually it's gonna flake or chip or whatever. But it looks really good now. It's gonna look good for a while as long as you take care of it. Still way cheaper than dealing with taking a tub out and putting a new one in. All right, let's talk about that bar. That bar was cheap, all right? Big wet bar with 120 inches of cabinet space and countertop, plus, pipes with cast iron shelves, all of it, all in less than $1,000. Butcher block cabinets, butcher block countertops are really easy to work with. You just buy them raw from a hardware store. We got ours, I think, from Floor and Decor, whatever. Just look online in your local area. You cut it to length yourself. Did it with a circular saw. Stain it. Stain costs like $10. It's basically like painting something. And then you put it in place, screw it down to the vanities that it's sitting on. Those are vanities. They're 60-inch bathroom vanities that we bought for about $80 a piece at the hardware store. Stained those black. They look really good. Bought $50 worth of hardware for them on Amazon. Then we bought maple for the shelves because that's what the butcher block countertops are. I think I gave $25 for that piece of wood. Again, I think I got that at Lowe's. Sarah stained it. We put it on the pipes. It looks great for less than $1,000. All right, my neighbor's dog will not stop barking, so I'm gonna end it here for today. Let me know what you think down in the comments below, or if you've got something else that you want to know, feel free to ask me. Hit like if you liked it, subscribe if you want to see more.